Hey, can you hear okay? Can everybody hear okay? Oh, let me see. Welcome, and you can hear good? Okay. Tell me if this is okay, too loud music. We're getting started here. How's that? Is that too loud or is it good? Hey, Biggs. Toots. I'm just, you can hear it? You heard, was the music too loud, Love Me, or is it was soft, mellow? That's cool. I'm good. Started here. Excuse me while I adjust this phone. There we go. Invite. And then there's another one. Let's see. I'll turn the music on while we're getting started. Welcome in. It's going to take a few minutes. Let's get warmed up, okay? And while we're getting started. Welcome in. It's going to take a few minutes. Let's get warmed up, okay?
Wanna tell you about this girl I love. Oh man, she looks so fine. She's the only one that I ever dreamed of. Maybe someday she'll be all mine. I wanna tell her that I and tell her with my every touch. I need
Is everything good?
the only one I really love.
Let me check some settings while we're starting up. I'll be right back. I'm here.
I got a woman that she won't be true. I got a woman that stay drunk all the time. I got a woman that she won't be true. Sunday morning when we go down to church, see the men folks are standing in line. They say they come and pray to the Lord, but when my little girl just looks so fine. And in the evening when the sun is sinking low, everybody's with the one they love. I walk the town, keep a searching.
Welcome in, everybody.
Looking for my street corner girl. I got a woman wanna ball all day. I got a woman that you won't be true, no. I got a woman stay drunk all the time. Said I got a little woman and she won't be true. In the bar with a man who play guitar to the drinking and remember the time.
I'm finishing setting some up. Hold here.
Fool around all the time. I guess there's just something left for me to do when I pack my bag and move on my way. Cause I got a worried mind, sharing what I thought was mine. But even when the guitar plays, I got a woman stay drunk all the time. Yeah, I got a woman that she won't be true, no. I got a woman with a ball all day. Oh, I got a little woman that she won't be true.
Okay. I think I got everything set up. Hi, Will. Welcome in, everybody.
Said I got a little woman that she won't be true, no.
Hello to Bless.
Got a woman like a bird all day.
Everybody, welcome in. If I don't catch you, I'm very grateful you're here. Okay, I thought that was a good song. So we're gathered here.
Party, party.
Hi. Everybody, welcome in. Thank you for coming. I want to introduce you to Just Stop already, and her name's Melissa. She's our special tonight.
Hi, everybody. It's very nice to meet you.
Everybody, give her a hey, hey. And she's going to answer any and all questions about Farmville, because guess what? She's a neighbor there. So we've got an inside person, which ended up being a good idea because Virginia only limits their FOIA requests to the Commonwealth residents. So I have never hit that kind of a cement wall with the FOIA. So we have an in-person, but a lot of stuff still is pending in the courts too. So welcome her, and after some people get in here, she's going to be taking the big box if I can never have a feel of that. Anybody have anything?
Awesome to see the videos.
Well, I didn't get my equipment, so I have some screenshots to show, but I can't put any video up yet. Because remember last time it was here. I do have one that I was holding. I was hoping to, because I didn't release it. So it was, I made a gong show video. So I guess I'll post that after this. Nobody can get to see it. And so, without further ado, so we'll wait a couple more minutes. So let me put another song on. Everybody rock out. Check everything out. If you don't have your tea, you'll get it. If you forgot your water's running, we'll turn it off. Because you never know. There we go.
Oh God. You know we're getting a Bojangles finally in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometime this year.
And I do cough a little bit. Excuse it. It's just something I have to deal with all the time.
Every time I look in the mirror, all these lies.
Oh, Bojangles, Tom? I thought he was talking about a song until I really realized it was a restaurant. It's like a glorified Chick-fil-A. It's not healthy for him. Yeah, it's good to see you over here, man. Okay, so moderators, this is a public live, okay? Let's see if I can figure this out while we're. Oh, I remember it. It's in the.
All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the love, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today, never tomorrow. It could all take you away.
Okay. I figured out to put her in the box, but then all the other little boxes showed up. So sorry, it's not real clean, but she has a bigger screen. So let's kick it off. Let's welcome her. Let's have some schooling. Let's hear it.
Well, hello, everybody. How are you?
Good.
Good. Welcome in.
Nice meeting you.
You too. You too. I I was introduced to Austin, I get not in person, online. I'm part of the awareness community here on TikTok, and I was in a live. I believe it was All for One. I can't remember who it was, and they were talking about him. And this was when he got back on TikTok after he was banned, and he was IP banned, and supposedly got a new phone, and that's how he got back on. So they were on it, getting him off again. But finally, they were successful. But they were talking about him, and somebody had said, "Oh, somebody asked where does he live, and they said Virginia." And I said, "Oh God, I've been waiting for one of these scammers to, be in Virginia. Hopefully, he's not near me." And as the conversation continued, saw a picture of the little yellow house, and I was like, I've seen this. I've seen, I've seen this somewhere. I'm like, no, can't be. And then they mentioned the Reddit page. I found the Reddit page, and then I saw he lives in Farmville, and I said, of course, right in the same town as me. I live in the middle of town, near the college, near Longwood, and he lives, a little ways away, probably maybe a 10-minute drive at most, not even. But yeah, so that's how I was introduced to Austin. I wanted to do like a deep dive on him, and I just never have really gotten around to it because I know now he's on YouTube. So where I'm on TikTok a lot, I'll try to snap over to YouTube or catch the Reddit, and then I met Mouse, and here I am. I'm here to answer any questions. There's absolutely no reason that he can't work or do anything here in town. I don't want to hear his excuses. But people do it all the time and live way further out with no vehicle. So I don't want to hear it. Does he have a new TikTok? I personally haven't come across it, and I haven't heard anybody else, mention it.
No, he hasn't told yet, but we know that when he bought the other phone, the two phones, that I gave him access to two separate IPs.
Right.
So we got one, and so we're just waiting for him to come back in. So no, there's not one. There is an account that I've been watching him. Yet there's no videos tossed up. Because last time he thought he was going to be slick and just toss videos up and then do the aggressive begging for gifts. And TikTok didn't like that either. I'm glad that they acted quickly, but we had a great resource helping us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't let sick people on this app stay here. Nope.
Yeah, I've come across a couple of accounts that, let's say, should not be on the app, and I've emailed support with proof and with the link to the, let's say, the offender's site, and I'm still waiting to see if they'll be taken down. So we come across those a lot.
Yeah, it's surprising how many are on internet, and it's because they have access. If he had a TikTok, I'm sure he would. Yeah, he that's his MO. He tells on himself. And especially after he gets money, that's his afterglow of the act. You know what I'm saying? He's all stoked and his ego's been stroked. So he talks. That's what we're waiting for. I have some screenshots. I don't know if you all saw the new video pop up, but we'll wait on that. Can you tell us about the area that he lives in? I put videos up because when he moved over there, it was like, oh man, it's a good thing he's out of California, but I don't know the area and I didn't have anybody. So he claims that he can't ride a bike because somebody will, take him out. He can't walk 2 hours to the store, and there's a bus that goes out there, correct?
There is a bus. He on his little road, 15. If you go down, he lives off of 15. The little side road that he lives on, there are neighbors' houses. They might be a little bit spaced apart, but that music, I'm definitely sure that those neighbors can hear. I'm going to have, because right now I'm not driving, I've had surgery. So I'm going to have my daughter take me on a day where it's daylight out, and she's not working. So I can, take pictures and post them for you guys or send them to Mouse so you can see. As far as riding a bike to work, he would have to go down his road, which is not a busy road at all, get on 15, and a person his age could make it up the highway to where it's a 1-lane road going, into town, and then it splits into 2 at the Lowe's. So, and cars around here, we're very laid back here in Farmville. Now, granted, you get, of course, the jerks and stuff, but it would be safe for him to ride a bike. Nobody is going to hit him. Nobody, it's not one of those, like, everybody gets drunk in town and goes out of town, to go out of their way. He's full of crap, which we all know. He wouldn't be hit.
Now, what about the activities around the area?
Around where he is
there any hippie activity? Is he dialed in? I mean, we got to know. We're feeling the love, off the love, man.
Yeah. The center of town is where the most activity is. When you come out of town, there's a road 460, which is what a lot of people get on. You go that way to get to, like, if somebody comes into town, say, there's a bar in town, the North Street Press Club, and what's the other one? The Brew House. And they have, music and live events and things. So if somebody's in town for, say, one of those shows at night or something, there's different ways to get to 460 that is not even near him. Like, you would get on 460 before his house to go back to Richmond or up to Lynchburg. Those are the 2 biggest cities near us. So that it's where he is. Like, once you pass 460 and the Lowe's, there's really no activity there. It's very quiet. It's a very quiet area. He does live in the middle of, like I said, Longwood is in the center of town, and there's another college, Hampton Sydney, which is just a little bit past his house, and it's set back, so it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's sort of a busy road. It's the main highway, but it's quiet at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense. Farmville is very tiny. Like, when I moved here from New Jersey, I always joked it's a 1-light town. Like, you blink and you're through it. Which, I mean, of course, it's a little bit bigger than that, but it's not as, like, the roads aren't as bad as he makes it seem. He would be fine riding a bike. There is a bus in town. I know you mentioned that. There is a bus in town. He can catch the bus near him. I want to say it was 15. I looked it up the other day. I want to say it was 15 in Bread Shop Road, which is a little bit further away from him. It's maybe like a half an hour walk, and it will cost $1. But the bus only runs 3 days a week on that line. It's not like a regular kind of city bus.
Well, we know that they have a car, like I was discussing with you. The brother came and has a car now. So, and that showed up a week ago. It's today, or yesterday, Friday. Last Friday.
Maybe that's a cover up, though. Maybe it's his car.
It's crazy. Do you know anything about her stepdad? The stepdad, from what I'm understanding, that's who she's living with. Her biological father is in Utah. I think that there was probably something going on at dissension because, there's rap sheets all over the place on people. So that's all I would say is I know Cayman is there. We all thought that we couldn't get Cayman because everybody thought he was in a prison, but he's not. And everybody keep in mind, The warrants that either one of them have are not showing as a felony warrant, so they're not expeditable. Okay. Melissa, can you
Yes.
tell us about, okay, in Farmville, like where he's at, is he so destitute and out in the middle of nowhere that he's going to die if he doesn't get somewhere to a store?
Can you repeat that? You said, is he going to, I'm sorry?
Will he, is his world going to end if he can't get to a store? Is it that far out in the boondocks as he makes it?
No, absolutely not. He is very close to a Dollar General, which I know isn't ideal. Like the Dollar General that's there isn't one of those Dollar Generals that you can buy like, meat and stuff from, but they do have lunch meat. They do have water. Gator. He could walk there in maybe 5 to 10 minutes. He's like, you could practically spit on Dollar General from his house.
Yeah, the other day when he raised money, he had some sheep. Yeah, everything, he was so dehydrated, but he had to go get, that was on Halloween. Yeah, Marie, I don't believe that she has seizures because I can tell you, I saw some notes, when Melissa was talking. Yes, Almighty Ben is a moderator, but I don't know if you watch the videos and we see that she is sitting behind camera with her phone. And we know that she's probably blocking, so she's able to read. So I don't think it's as much as they think.
Yeah.
She's doing everything she can not to be healthy, let's put it that way, if she has epilepsy. Hi, Irma. How you doing? So, okay, Melissa. Oh, sorry, that was something that turned off. Let me reset that. It's my oxygen. Just a second. There we go. As far as social life in the area, what is there?
Like I said, there's a couple bars. There's the tap house. I'm sorry. There's actually quite a few. There's the North Street Press Club. There's a brew house that at night, they play music. There's Third Street Brewing where you can go, and it's kind of like a bring your own alcohol, bring your own food type of thing, and hang out and party on the patio and just like hang out with people. It used to be called 202. I can't remember what the new name. I'm not a bar person. I can't remember the new name of the bar, but there's another bar. There's a lot of restaurants, like Mexican restaurants you can go to. That's pretty much kind of like the nightlife of town.
We know there's a
Is there any casinos nearby? Because he likes to gamble.
No, there's no casinos. Virginia used to have those machines like in the gas stations that you can go and, put your money in and play. And they did away with those. I want to say almost a year ago. My husband was quite mad that they did that because he liked those machines. I'm glad because now we have more money, but no casinos in the area. The closest casino would be in Richmond on the Midlothian Turnpike. It's called Rosie's. That would be the closest one. That's about maybe an hour and 20 minutes away.
Yes, he has a gambling problem. Skins.
Skins the gambling. Do you want to come up, Skins? Okay, so how about the hug activity there?
I'm sorry?
The hug, hugs.
Oh, the hug. Yeah, they're the hugs around here. There's a lot of Beth using.
Yes.
A lot of the green trees are very abundant around here.
What about the F thing?
Those are definitely easy to get if you know the right people. there's towns. I don't know about here in town. I don't know about many people or the activity here in town, but I do know there's a town maybe about 20 minutes away that is the big town where you can get those kind of pharmaceutical medicines.
Okay, so
My question about the speaker, didn't he get a karaoke machine? Can't he
yes,
plug that keyboard into the karaoke speaker?
That's
they
what I was
probably
thinking.
could,
I thought
but
that's people sing for Ford too.
Yeah, I don't. He's crazy. He's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to change the subject.
oh, it's cool. That's what this is about. Okay, so
I have a habit of doing that myself.
I'm innocent of everything. Okay, so let's talk about food banks, accessibility there.
There is one food bank right smack dab in town, right past the Lowe's. Like if you come into town, okay, so if you come into town, where he is, the first big thing you'll get to is Lowe's. Now, right there by Lowe's, they're opening up a brand new Harbor Freight and a brand new Wawa, which I cannot wait. And then there's a light right before you get to that road 460 I was talking about. If you turn down the road, you go toward the Social Security offices down there. It's called Commerce Road. There's a food bank right there that's open every Saturday. You just pull up, give them your information, and you can get food. And that's right here in town. And then there's food banks, or like in the other towns around, other small towns around as well. So you won't go hungry. And a lot of churches give, like there's clothing drives, there's food, food accessibility to food banks and things like that. The churches around here are very willing to help. And there's a lot of them. I call it a holy roller town. Nothing against religion. That's just what I put it as.
Bible Belt.
Right, exactly.
Now, that being said, the food delivery, let's say somebody was not able to drive there, would they deliver food?
I can't say for 100% certain.
Qualifications for that.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of older people in this town. This town has a lot of old money. If you go to the right church, I'm sure, like if I were to call, and say, I need some food from the food bank. I just had surgery. I don't have a vehicle. Is it possible? I'm sure they could reach out to one of their, the people in the church, and they would have no problem delivering it. I'm like 99% positive. A lot of people in this town are very willing to help.
So it's not everybody doesn't want to help them kind of thing, because I'm sure if they needed help, they'd get it.
Exactly. Now I can say, I'm sorry. We have DoorDash, and we have a little mom and pop company. It's called Wayfast. It's another delivery service here in town. So you can get the food delivered from restaurants. Uber and Lyft are very, very hard to get around here. Like if you go on the app, we do have on Facebook, there's a group. I can't remember what it's called. And of course I'm a part of it because I used to drive for Uber, but there's a group that you can go on and say, hey, I need a ride to a doctor's office. Is anyone willing to help? And people, can bring you here or there. I've done it before. I picked somebody up from the airport and, brought them here. And it's not as expensive as Uber. I mean, at least I'm not as expensive as Uber or Lyft. I can't speak for everybody that would give a ride. That being said, Wayfast, I used to work for them before I got hurt. I got hurt at work. And way fast, the owner, my boss, was in the talks of maybe trying to open up like a way fast Uber type of thing because of the inaccessibility of Uber and Lyft. So I'm hoping that that comes together, because then I'll drive people around rather than deliver food. It would be a lot easier with my health issues, but you know. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of resources available. You have to look for them. You just have to call around, and I've noticed a lot of these beggars, scammers, however you want to label them. They don't want to put the work in, and that's the biggest thing. They want everything handed to them.
Exactly. It's really scary.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about. Okay, so I talked with you about the court system and the FOIAs.
Yes.
So now with everybody here, I did put in a FOIA request. For the first time I've ever in my advocacy, I'm retired, but it's been 40 years of this kind of thing of FOIAs, but I was denied for Virginia because they are limited to residents of the Commonwealth. So, and then we have Melissa now. So can you tell us, I think I discussed it with you.
Yes, you did. Friday, I'm getting ready to have. I know I sound pathetic. I'm being held together by screws and plates. I'm getting ready to have surgery again next week. So Friday, I didn't have a chance to contact the police department, but I am going to do that Monday. I'm going to contact them. I'm going to put that request in, and I will be requesting the with the FOIA, the body cam footage. I'm going to be requesting any and all records for any calls that were made to his address, and I know they won't give you the most recent court case with Britt. They won't give you that because it's still going through. But afterwards, once it's all done, I'll request that too. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So it may not be something we can get right away. And I just need people to understand that. Usually when I put one in, I've had it within 15 days.
Right. I did look up on the internet, and did I take a screenshot? I don't know. Right. Let me look in my pictures, because I did look up FOIA requests, and it did say something about like how long it'll take, or give me one second. I'll see.
Virginia, they have 10 days. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I couldn't remember I didn't want to give you the wrong time frame. I didn't want to say that.
That was the email that I got back from the chief of police. So that'll be good. And then, something I just want to stress, if there's anybody that's in the area that's listening, we're not endorsing you to approach any of them, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Your safety is of utmost importance, okay?
I agree, and thank you. If I were to see them in a store, I'll snap a picture, but that's about it.
What, Vegas?
I said all over the place.
Okay, so now.
Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you were. Oh, you got it. When they have red bars next to them. What are you doing up there?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi just went wonky.
Skin says, I'm going to start asking every day. I did a GoFundMe for family kids. Another dime. Wow. I don't know what that was. Why can't we bring
a wish list.
Yeah, the wish list. Well, let's finish. Melissa, what else was I going to ask? Okay, so what do you know about the jail then?
Oh. The jail here in town. It is actually a little bit by the bar.
Yeah, across from the church. Sideways from the nosk of the tipple, right?
Yeah. The jail here, frankly, is quite nasty. Just period. My brother-in-law will tell you, and my husband hasn't had the joy of visiting Piedmont Regional Jail. My brother-in-law had to do a couple weekends there, and he'll tell you he's done, a little bit of time in some, other jails here in the state that weren't so good, but he will sit there and tell you he would very happily go to any other jail other than Piedmont. He would never step foot in there again. Like he would rather take a prison sentence than any time in that jail. And actually, the jail, probably about a year and a half ago, had a couple federal, because the jail here would hold some federal inmates, and there was 3 prisoners that escaped. So the jail isn't. I'm praying that they fix the issue, and it was a lot better with security. But yeah, the jail's nasty. It's just not a good place to be.
That's scary.
Yeah.
So
They got arrested in California together, or did they get arrested in Virginia together?
no, they weren't together when they were arrested. Okay, so what I'm getting from the picture in Mount Shasta is he was at work. He came home. Remember, he was down and bummed out during that live because he didn't know where she was. He went out partying, and then she got arrested. So that's what I'm thinking. And then they took off and get to Farmville, and within a month, she's arrested on the 27th. He wasn't. That's what I'm understanding. There's nothing noting him. So he wasn't arrested. She was, and that's for the assault on a police officer and DUI, or drunken disorderly. And those are not showing as a felony as of yet. The drunken DUI charge is not showing as that. The other one, I think, is what's taken to the court. You don't square off on the police officer. Sorry, we don't do that.
What is the charge on her swearing up on the police officer?
Let me look at that real quick. That would be, oh, my eyeballs. Let me see. These little boxes are so tiny. It's cute, but yeah, hard to, let me see if that's one. Oh, we gotta. I'm gonna move the boxes around. How do I? Let me get back out. Melissa, let me stick the boxes and I'm gonna bring you back out. Or do you have any pictures?
How do I?
bring you-
Yeah, you could switch me to a little box. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, let's go switch.
There we go.
That's the misdemeanor in public. And then the next one, excuse me, would be that one. And this one.
She's an angel. Shame.
Oh yeah, and it's not true. Okay, guys, remember that.
They
It's
called
just
us liars, remember?
we're lying and we're stalkers. Like,
We're haters.
yeah, haters, liars, stalkers, whatever. Anything that says the truth is what we are. Okay, so now we were talking about, while I'm in here reading the pictures, his little wish list. Okay, so here you go. You guys ready? It's page 1.
Show the speakers.
Hang on, page 2. Page 3.
A saucepan. They don't even cook.
It's for the
Yeah,
dog.
they have old jingles like all the time.
5. And here we have it, the highlight of my life. Good Lord. I'm going to need deep intensive therapy. If they're gonna play-
$99. What kind of crap is that?
It's about like his guitar playing. Okay, so this was the Hoya feedback coming to.
Bojangles is pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, I've had some complaints a couple of times I've been there, but my daughter goes there a lot. And I told her when we went past it yesterday, she asked me, Mom, why are you taking a picture of this? I said, don't worry about it. And then I explained to her after. Her favorite meal is the Cajun biscuit.
I used to work at Popeyes.
I'd rather Popeyes any day. We have a KFC in town, the Chick-fil-A, and the Bojangles. So
Yeah, it's a nightmare working in Popeyes restaurants because the customers, they don't want to. We have to go by the manager's the rules, and the customers don't understand that, and then they want to fight. Like one person actually, I don't know, try to, square up with me, and of course I squared back up, and then the police came, and I could have went to jail, and he could have went to jail, but and then he tried to sue Popeyes. I'm like, what the hell? For $10,000. He said he was scared of me. I'm like, you're like 6 foot.
that's an in-person scammer. That's
What?
crazy.
$10,000 for what?
Yeah.
They told him to F off.
Okay, Skins, I just sent it to you. I'm here, guys. I'm sorry. I was sending something up from another thing. He wants to see that wonderful wish list of Austin's. We got to be special and help him out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get into the next picture, and then I'll bring her back up because I don't want to go back and forth because I don't want to make a mistake. Okay, so we talked about the police thing. All right, so that everybody will know, when he was asking for the shoes, he could have gotten something like this or this. This is, if you know about anything about farming, you don't get canvas covered shoes. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Now this I printed out. This is from her time up in Mount Shasta. She made a comment. She led to the fact that she's going to be playing at a venue soon. So keep that in mind, Melissa. Watch out.
That I wanted to check with the press club, like where people, like an open mic type of thing. The press club does that sometimes. So I want to see when, like, if they have anything going on, or the bars around here where that might be. If it's here in town.
That'll be good. Okay, so that's on that part. So I'll bring you back over. You have some photos, right?
I unfortunately couldn't get any photos today. My daughter had to work, and usually it's very slow during the day. She actually works for the Way Fast delivery company, and they deliver Amazon packages as well. So I guess they had a lot of packages today, and she was running around like crazy, and I just couldn't get out of the house with her to take the pictures. But I will, and I will definitely send them. Maybe we could do another live, like once we get the FOIA information, and I'll have plenty of pictures and information here in town.
Yeah, I'll have more equipment, and then I'll be able to move the phone and play videos too.
Sure.
Because I did it on a trial run before, and I just don't feel comfortable that way. I want to make sure it's stable. You know what I mean? Sturdy, so I don't drop it or anything.
Yeah.
Those videos are going to be very interesting.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Okay, so about the area out there, let's put it this way. Okay, so what are the winters like? Is he in for any snow? Please tell me it snows maybe.
It does snow a little bit. It depends. Like the first winter I was here in 2009, everybody blamed me because I'm originally from New Jersey. So everybody blamed me for bringing the bad weather down. But the winters get cold, and like last winter, I think it might have snowed once or twice, and it wasn't a lot. Maybe just a dusting. Um, they're not really that bad here.
Okay, so he's not going to be. I can't do any Frozen in the Snow videos on him this year then.
Yeah, no. I'll let you know. If the weather gets bad and it snows, definitely, I'll let you know.
Darn it. Darn
Oh,
it.
did you see that the meerkat?
I did.
That's cute. I want one. I want a ferret in real life.
I grew up around ferrets for a while when I was a kid. They were cool. Okay, so I've got some things here that we can cover. So we've already talked about the karaoke machine on the last videos. Excuse me. Y'all recognize that the camera quality was better and their microphone. So I think they got a new camera and mic. The $200 push for rent, the karaoke machine showed up and that's when the night she partied, right?
I'm sorry.
The day that they begged for 200 for rent,
Mm-hmm.
that's the same night that she showed up with the karaoke in her little party, huh?
See, and that's what I don't understand. I can understand you want to, play your music and have your keyboard and guitar. And like, I understand you want to have fun because there's a lot to do in town, but there's not, at the same time where he is. But if you're going to sit here and beg for $200 of rent or, this and that every day, why spend your money on a karaoke machine and a keyboard and a guitar? I don't,
Well, it's not money that they've had to earn there's not a value system. There's no value for it because they didn't have to work for it.
Right.
That's my feeling and it's getting evident that that's exactly what it is because he continues to just make poor choices financially, I mean, if you're going to beg for money, you don't turn around and beg for a guitar. I mean, like I've told some people, I can't tell you how many times I pawned my mountain bike to send my kids to school with some milk. Or, you pawn what you have. You don't go to people and grift them. It's crazy. So now the new thing is, I don't know if you guys have caught it, but she states that she's going to have to go to California. She's setting it up. And I've already said the sister's going to show back up, and that she's sister's going to be with them in Virginia. Now that's coming to fruition. Sister needs to come stay with her because something's bad's going on with sister. But I'm pretty sure.
Her this morning.
Huh?
I heard her this morning talking about it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure what's going to go on is I think it's like she's setting it up that she can't send her cello, which is bull. I've already posted a thing how they pack them, and it's not like they're so dainty they can't ship. That's ridiculous. So she's setting this scene up, and she's going to go back over there, and they're just what she's doing is that way her and her sister can do a girls' trip back. That's my feeling. So the other thing that I have been I'm looking for the footage because I know I have it. Back in February was Dragon Breast's birthday, right? Pineapple Boyd's car got taken in March. He was in the park, I think it was April or May. All Twitter pated about this chick he met, but he met two. There were two. And the one was older, but she was married. And she said, it's okay. My husband, we have an agreement. And he was like, nah, I don't want to do that. He did. That's Brit. They're married. She's still married. And because she even slipped, I posted it. In her mind, I mean, she might still be married. I don't find anything on paper. But she let it slip that when she was kind of flying high, that let me let you in on a secret. My boyfriend stole Formless Dragon from my husband. That was her words. I mean, there was some explicities, but I don't need to repeat them here. So, yeah, guys, going to the chapel. So, they've lied repeatedly about the instrument money because she stated last week, the beginning of the week, that they were going to be there by Halloween. They were already sent, that she got the tracking number, and now he's saying, no, they finally got sent. Who is Brenda Stafford? I don't know. Did you guys see somebody come in with that, or Brenda? Come on up. Oh, yeah. Who is that? Let me see. I keep getting these things to invite people, but I don't know who they are. Okay.
Is that the sister?
No, McKenna is the sister.
Oh.
Her name is. Apparently, she was supposed to be going to College of the Siskiyou. And College of the Siskiyou is primarily like a law enforcement college for Northern California. So that's kind of, I'm trying to look into that one too. Now, Austin can't keep up with those lies. Or he can't. That's why I keep saying.
We keep his eyes straight either.
Yeah, he's got such beautiful blue eyes. One blew this way and the other one blew that way. You know? But no, I've always said we need to take up a collection and give him a good notebook so he can keep track of all that, you know. But so that's what's going on. So now I have a question for you, Melissa. Since it's the Bible Belt area,
Yes.
what would their thoughts be on this? I mean,
I've been tempted because we have a What's Happening in Farmville page.
yeah,
And it's modded very well. And I don't know if they would look down on me, like posting, something like that. I might go ahead and message, a moderator and see. But they would definitely frown upon that. We have the Farmville Police Department, and then we have the Sheriff's Department, the Prince Edward County Sheriff's Department. And law enforcement's, kind of loved around here, by quote unquote normal people. I don't think, they would like it very much.
Oh, I didn't see you in there and was like, what am I doing?
Oh, I finally figured out where to find him. I was looking for the wrong picture, Skins. You changed it, and I kept saying, that's not him, but it was you.
Oh, yeah, it's the new logo that I created with AI. Something different.
I like it. So
I was looking at his family history, and I had noticed when I did a search for data breaches, I obtained some of his passwords. So one of the passwords that he uses is the name Brenda Stafford. And his family here,
Brenda.
there is a Brenda Stafford in his family tree, but I have no idea if it's like, or maybe Brenda Garten, maybe
That's his sister.
Yeah, his sister, Brenda.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
There's
weird.
Colleen and Brenda.
All right, I guess that kind of makes sense. And he had like a devil dog email. What is it? Devilldog6204 at yahoo.com. Did he ever serve in the military?
No. His brother is. And his brother won't have anything to do with him because of his radical crap.
Because I do have the austingarten.main at gmail.com. I'm not sure if that's still the same one that he's using currently.
Yeah. Because I know his brother's in the service. Last thing I heard from people was that his brother didn't want anything to do with him. So I know, he's not ever been in there. Did you find, the last name on that is Stafford or is it Garten? Uh-oh. His mom don't even like him. Oh. I think everybody went. Is everybody here?
Yeah.
Okay.
my biggest thing is I see like TV happening between them
Yeah,
in
probably
the
mutual.
future. In the future, you know.
Well, he had a scratch on his face. I thought maybe something happened. I felt bad because you don't want anything to happen. But
Well,
between the two of them,
didn't he put Halloween makeup on, or no, or is that from like it looks like a scratch or something?
yeah, it's scratched. Yeah, sober October. They didn't make it. They didn't make it.
They weren't
No,
even sober in September either.
no. And you know he's not going to try the No Nut November.
And the reason why she has seizures is because she's an alcoholic. You know, the withdrawals.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking that when you said that. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I've told a few. I've had family members that are seizures, epileptic. You don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't suck down the booze, and you definitely don't do any drugs. But the fast food, you just don't do that. You know what I mean? That's what aggravates the seizures.
I think it was yesterday or today. She was saying that she was healed on her own live. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, she's a Google maniac. She likes Google. Yeah, but what else was I going to say? Now, Melissa, what are your plans? So, like, let's ask you a question. If you cross paths with him, how would you handle it? Have you prepared yourself?
Yeah, I would be totally fine. I'm always around people. I'm well protected, you know. But I would probably definitely have to snap a picture. Not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna go looking for him. You know, I'm not. That's you know that's out of the question. But
He would definitely call you the B word,
yeah, yeah,
his
and
favorite word.
you know, and it's funny because like you know, if he sees me and says something, you know, like, "What are you doing? Are you following me?" I may seem nice and sweet, but that Jersey girl will turn on in like 0.2 seconds. Like my husband has, let's say, a past. You know, everybody has a past. You know, life happens. So you know, everybody has a past, and I always tell him like if we're going into a situation, just stay calm, babe. Just stay calm. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. And then I'm the one that turns into like crazy mode where he's like, Melissa, calm down, calm down, calm down. So yeah, no, I'm not the one to. I'm all mouth, and if she tries nothing would happen. Let's just say I'll be very safe. I would love to run into him, you know, at Bojangles or Chick-fil-A or you know, like any. I would love to be like, oh, you know.
What about the job opportunities? If somebody like his caliber, you know, are there job opportunities available there?
There,
You can work at Bojangles. What the hell?
there's definitely job opportunities. We have tons of restaurants. You know, fast food, regular restaurants. There's Applebee's. There's a barbecue joint. We're full of restaurants. You know, he could get a job as a line cook, waiter. You know, there's jobs. There's a lot of farming jobs. There's like right outside of town. There's a town called Cumberland, and like Meharrin. There's a lot of farmland. A lot of people. Exactly, like the girl that called out Carl, scam villain. Exactly. I'm sorry. Squirrel. I apologize. There's a lot of farming jobs. You know, there's a lot of opportunities, and you know, a lot of people don't have transportation. Where you know he might have to ride a bike to Walmart, and I'm sure 9 times out of 10 somebody could pick him up and bring him. You know, lawn care jobs. There's a lot around here.
Now, what about when you're talking about farm? Have you farmed? I've farmed 30 acres. So I'm laughing at their little garden. I'm sorry. What are your thoughts out there in the country?
About their garden.
Yeah.
I think it's a joke. It looks like a pile of dirt. That's not garden.
No, they didn't even till it, man. It's like just throw some topsoil on it and plant.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't even. It doesn't even look like topsoil. Really, it looks like they just dug a hole in the ground. And I mean, yeah, if it works, it works. But I've never. Like my parents have 28 acres in Cumberland, right outside of Farmville here. And my dad, my stepdad, I call him my dad, but he had a stroke a few years back and like should not be on this earth. But he's paralyzed on his right side. He's 70 years old. He gets out on his tractor. He mows the grass. He tills the garden. He plants, and I mean, of course, my son helps him. But it's like, really, like do a little better. You could plant a little garden there, but do a little better. And and I don't want to hear you can't work, because my dad gets out there, and at his old age, after everything that's happened to him, he does it. I'm on disability. I'm getting my second back fusion next week, and like I get out there, I bust my butt, I work. There's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse.
You're right. Well, I want to thank you.
The grow lights. Do you think he's lazy to really grow his own? The green.
I think, in my personal opinion, he would probably put a lot of effort into growing it. And here in Virginia, the laws are they're very weird with that. It's legal recreationally. And I haven't looked at them like since they became legal, and still can't wrap my head around like all the do's and don'ts. You can smoke it. You can't smoke it outside, but you can smoke it in the house. You can't buy it recreationally, but somebody can gift it to you recreationally. Let's see. You can grow it. You can have it in your pocket outside of your house. But, is it 2 plants in Virginia? Okay, yeah, I knew you can grow. I just didn't know how many. You can grow them for your own personal use. And then we have tons of dispensaries. So, yeah, it's...
Let me ask you, with the dispensaries, I'm curious on this because I was on the committee here in California. How are they doing this if they can't sell?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The dispensaries?
Yeah.
How are they managing, how are they doing business if they can't sell? Yeah.
The dispensaries, you need a what do you call it? A card. You could get it online. My husband, he likes to smoke. He was looking into getting
a medical marijuana card. Yeah.
Right. And then you go to the dispensary and you buy it from there. But
okay, so it's the same as California started in like 2015 that way.
Right.
Oh, it's like anybody can go and buy it if they're over 18.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That tiny little house that they want to build, they would never get a permit for.
Well, yeah. And I did have somebody tell me that there's already a roof on there, but I don't know how, if that's reliable, because it was a comment made.
Yeah.
But it does sound like there's been something going on. I don't know what the situation with the kitchen is. It's like inquiring minds want to know, damn it.
I know.
It's like, was the fire department called out? Did she pack her shit up and leave? Tune in as the world turns.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I have to entertain myself, y'all. But I'm so happy. I want everybody to know I'm so happy I can record and you guys don't hear me failing in. My neighbors are hearing me and there's a problem, but you guys don't. I've been catching myself today because I guess I got louder when I figured out I wasn't being heard on the recording. But
Yeah, when they start getting worried about me if I was being attacked, I gotta calm down. So, well, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep this posted about the FOIA, 'cause I know it's gonna take some, at least it'll be 2 weeks. So, 'cause they're talking calendar days, okay?
Right.
So, yeah, and we have a holiday coming up, don't we? Veterans Day,
I think, yeah, the, what is that, the 11th, I think?
the 11th. So, keep us posted, and we'll do this again when we've got the other stuff, okay?
Definitely.
Has anybody got any questions for her? She's willing to answer them. She said it earlier. Speak now. Well, I don't know how you speak in a text. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to all this. If you have any questions, you can always write them up. Skillins, what have you been doing over there? I've been hearing you.
I'm trying to find out what email he's using for this Amazon thing.
He's using Joe Vecchio something. Vegas, do you have that screenshot? Oh,
If you do, that would be great because I tried a different other ones that I do have, and none of them are coming back with anything.
it was on that little piece of pad of paper he kept showing everybody. It was part of his
I do have screenshots, but they're not.
You don't have any of his. What I is after this, I'll go through the
Because that would be probably the same email he's using for his YouTube, and if I can get access to his YouTube and his Gmail, I can wipe all that stuff out at once.
because yeah, the Amazon list is his name for Porn with Dragon. She's like, she didn't want, she even said in the video, the live, that she didn't want to put her name on the Amazon list. She thinks nobody understands, she's telling everybody, no, there's no warrants and there's no arrests, they're all lying. And it's like, bro, you can't do that, So, yeah, I'll look for that after. So that's kind of curious. So we'll make sure that we get the FOIA stuff. And if, I'm always going to ask you, Melissa, in your area, do they, the police blotter or emergency calls, are they posted in a newspaper or anything publicly, or do they hold that back too?
They'll list them. They don't give like a lot of detail. I can send you the link to where you can see like the calls that have come in and things like that, day by day. And then there is a newspaper called the Farmville Herald. I don't know if you've gotten that information. They post stories about town and have like a little police blotter section, as far as I can remember. I haven't read that newspaper in so long.
Thanks. Is driving Austin more crazy? I think they're mutual on that one, It's and it's going to be something every day. I mean, he slipped and he said it in a video towards the end before he quit one time. He was like, somebody said, how long you plan on doing this? And he was like, forever. This is my career. That's just sad. I'm sorry. That's pathetic.
Yeah. When I when I first learned about him on the live, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me look up his account, afterwards. And I saw he posted a video, and it was on the bottom, he put hashtag e-beggars unite.
Yeah.
What? Like, are you serious?
Yeah, he thinks that he's like glorifying the begging culture. And what's happening in the country now, as y'all can see, the homeless are being swept up and I guess forced into treatments. I don't know if I agree, but I'm neutral on that. I'm just saying. They're reversing these let go of them crimes. So I'm hoping some things start changing because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And then, being a part of the awareness community, we were just talking about it today, me and a friend, and it's like each day these new people just pop up. Like, this one girl, I need $700 because I got to pay my rent. And that's not my responsibility. What? And I think I joke around. I say I feel like everybody, like they all have a handbook, where they all have like little meetings. Hey, Latina, how are you? This is my friend Latina in the comments here.
Hi, Latina. Welcome in. Yeah, actually, you're hitting it on the nose somewhat, Melissa, because before I came on, Mama, and she had a whole book, but Jay took it over. She had tracked, they were all connected. They communicate, and they all shared the stories, which we know that. But she had groups set up. She knew which ones were what. Blew us away. So,
It's crazy, and I have to give a shout out. Like when I first came in to the awareness part, I started watching like Mexican Homie. I don't know if anybody's heard of him. I know there's Mexican Homie, All for One. There's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I love Homie. That's actually where I met Latina, and he brings awareness to a lot of them, and we start putting pressure on them, and try to get them run off the app, or report their cash apps, and it's just getting out of hand. It's ridiculous.
yeah, it is. It's crazy. And what's the frustrating thing is that I like that one is it's going to get worse because our country is at a turning point. We all know that, but I really feel the next couple of months is going to be really hard. Because things are cramping down, and with change, it's something that I used to always say when I did speeches. With everything in change, the only thing that's constant in your life is change. So but it's always going to be met with resistance.
Yeah.
And that's the key. I mean, I hope that people get help and that they can live a fulfilled life, because they don't know what it's like not to have that.
I know.
They can walk around, they can go in public. It sucks not to have those freedoms, those abilities, and so they're wasting it away, sitting in a bed, rotting. It's crazy. And they're young.
Have you heard of that new term? It's called bed rotting.
Yep, bed rotting.
A lot of beggars and scammers are laying in bed begging.
Yeah,
They're just laying in bed.
Yep. We actually were talking about one of the scammers last night in Homie's Live, and about how she lays down all the time to beg, like literally just in bed. And, he's like, she needs to be applying for job applications. I said, she can at least apply those stomach muscles to sit up in bed. Like, what the, just lazy, just like, and then my husband, oh God, I taught him how to use TikTok, and he's run into them. He goes, they just sit there and stare at the phone. They don't even hardly talk to you.
I wanted to bring up something political, but I'm gonna keep it short. I read something off Instagram, something about Donald Trump wants to take fluoride out of water. I guess for health reasons or something. But the thing with like Austin, he doesn't want to drink well water. Well, when I don't go, where you can go buy water with quarters from the machine and fill up the jugs. Well, when I don't do that, I drink from the sink. But if you put it in the freezer, it tastes better. I mean,
I was
it's
just
not
gonna
hurt
say,
me to drink sink water.
yeah, the well water around here does suck. I'm lucky to have city, well, what's considered city water or whatever.
So does the well water, does it smell or make the stomach hurt?
As long as sometimes, like in my old place, every once in a while they would have to treat, put, I guess, like chlorine. I guess in the well. My landlord would come. I'd be like, oh, my shower smells like onions. Can you come fix the water? And he'd come and he'd fix it. But when it's running yes, softener. That's the word. I couldn't think of it. When he would treat it, if I had ice cubes and I put it in there, and got it really cold, it didn't really taste that bad. Like it wasn't like bottled water, but it was drinkable.
I love that the Mount Shasta spring water. Oh my god, it tastes so good, but it's not really cheap. When you buy it by the gallon.
Now, on the well water, Melissa, when I was a kid growing up on the farm, we used to boil it with the metal spoon in it and refrigerate it in jars. You guys ever hear that out there?
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it has to be activated with that metal spoon. I don't remember what the hell it does. Maybe some old Dutch man told me and we stuck with it, but it worked.
I'm sure, some people might have heard of it. Like I grew up in New Jersey, and where that we didn't have well water at all. So when I moved down here in 2009, it was, my mom, we have to have bottled water. We have to have bottled water. Blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. But we do have one of those machines in town that you can get like a huge bag of ice for like $2.50. And then, but you could also bring your jugs of water for, like she said, like 25 cents and fill up your water.
Cool.
Yeah, I bring like five jugs of water and I fill up for $2.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Does anybody have any more questions? Like I said, next time I promise I will have, more stuff. I apologize about all the craziness that I couldn't have the pictures and stuff.
No need to apologize. I appreciate it. Because when you were telling me everything, I just felt, I'm sorry, but I felt it was proper that for you to be able to tell it yourself, because that way it's not secondhand information, the telephone game.
Right.
That's misconstrued. So I wanted to make sure we shared that out.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to find somebody with a bicycle and have my 54-year-old husband, who's on dialysis, ride the bike from the end of that road to where it splits off into two, and we could time it to see how long it takes him to where maybe a younger kid could do it in a shorter amount of time.
Now, why don't he beg for a electric scooter or a bike?
Exactly.
Irma,
There's already a moped there.
Sorry, Irma, it's been said she's not epileptic.
Yeah, that's my question. You want all this, help yourself, get a bike. They're not that expensive at Wally World,
But he's got a bad back. It's so much stress what he does.
I don't want to hear about a bad back.
I think he has bad posture, and he's always playing video games, so that doesn't help the back. And then I think he does some kind of substance that you swallow to ease the pain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he can't tell me about a bad back. Go have 2 back fusions and see how you feel after. Then you can tell me about a bad back.
I have videos of him nodding off.
Yeah, the highway roads around here aren't like the road that he would have to ride on isn't. It's a highway, but it's not like a highway, if that makes any kind of sense. You'll see. I promise. I'll have videos. I will take pictures.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to add? Because if anybody that's out there, you guys want anything to add into it, your voice is welcome. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I'll look for that. I did find a screenshot, but it has the stuff X'd out, so I'll go on my YouTube thing and look it up and get it for you. A screenshot.
Skins. Um, I'll get the screenshots to her and she'll send them to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that'll be good because you have them, right?
Yeah, they're in my
Cool.
screenshots. There's like a million in there.
Yeah, I thought I had it, but the one that I just found, it's got a black marker on everything except for his camera.
You could send those too, just in case, because I do have an app where I can remove those, or at least make it clear where I can see past the crossed out stuff.
Oh, okay, let me grab that. Looking, where is it at? I had it. We kept going. Melissa, what is the nightlife and the curfew like out there? Is there a curfew?
I don't think there's a curfew per se. The bars, they all close down around 2 o'clock. The Sheets, that's like really the only convenience store in town. They close down on the weekends from, I want to say 2. To play it safe, I'm going to say 2 to 4, because there used to be a club here in town where some people hung out and there was some shootings and things there, but that club has since shut down. But Sheets will still shut down the doors and have security there.
The Amazon list is gone. Let me check it. Wow.
Maybe they're hiding it.
They might be. Oh, Skins, I sent you that thing out. Let me check it on the other device. Let me check it, Country Girl. That's crazy. He's putting some lives back up because I've got a screenshot. Hang on, I'll put that up of his what do you call it? Social blade? And it's a mess. He's been demonetizing himself by erasing everything. Oh, it's gone. There are no items left on the list. Huh.
Maybe they got everything they needed.
That's a lot of money. It's like $500 worth of stuff. It's crazy.
And
People
you
are
know what,
crazy.
Christmas? You know what she said? Yeah, I think it was this morning or yesterday morning on her YouTube. She says, what do you think Austin wants for Christmas? And I'm like, and she was just talking about all this stuff about Christmas. I'm like, oh my God. I wanted to say so many things, but no, I was
me,
thinking
I haven't had Christmas.
Cash App money.
Yeah. You know me, I haven't had Christmas in many years. And
I was gonna say video game, and then the garden supplies, as Beth calls it.
Yeah. That's good old garden supplies.
I think he needs to get some new clothes, honestly, because
Dragon Breath blocked
that
you.
black outfit he's been wearing for a year.
Uh-oh.
What?
I'm sorry, guys. I tried to talk to you, and I keep hitting the little people. That adds you guys, and I don't know if you are able to even come up. You didn't even interrupt. I just keep inviting people, and I don't want them to think I'm rude.
She blocked you? Aw. Did she tell you to, she likes to use very foul words.
Yes, and Devin is.
I got a recording of her. Somebody sent a YouTube link of somebody made a YouTube, and she's using obscene language about, sucking the.
I know. Yeah, I got that over there too. That was bad. That was the night they got
And
the
she was kind of like, she has a lot of hatred for America. It was weird, a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah, it's been a coffee. Hold it right here.
You remember that Facebook post? He said he would never give. Oh God, how do I say this? He's not going to give nothing for free. So now that she's giving it up, he gives her everything.
I just can imagine the dynamics in that house. Hello, CeeLo's podcast. Welcome in. I think I recognize that name. Are you on YouTube also? I know you're probably only here on TikTok. Yeah, how fast, does your court system, Melissa, is it backed up there or how's it?
That I don't know about. I've been lucky enough not to have to really deal with them.
That's good, right?
But I don't want to say it's not bad if it is, but I've never heard anybody really complain about it.
The one thing when you're looking around at things, there was a line when he was asking for money for his medicinal herbs, and he was coming unglued, and he was like, because he said it takes so long to get there, right? He was telling everybody that they were closing in 5 minutes. They had to get there. So that kind of is just a little hint, maybe what dispensaries around there. That'd be interesting to know.
You said
I could start looking at their menu and kind of predict what he's going to do. That's how I handled Mountain Shasta, because I could predict. I knew what his restock day was, and we predicted it.
you asked if there's dispensaries around town here.
Well, that one that's within 5 minutes, because when he was asking,
Not at all. No, he was buying that off the street. The dispensaries are at least a good hour away.
hot diggity damn, y'all hear that?
Yeah. No, there's dispensaries in Lynchburg, which is about at least 45 minutes away, and in Richmond. We don't have many of them, but it's.
I think somebody was delivering it to him.
Yeah.
Now, your dispensaries deliver?
No. Well, at least not that I know of. Not that.
Well, like I told you, I've been working on a post on the cannabis law. I've got one last thing to verify, and then I'll put it out. It is confusing.
Yeah, the laws here are confusing, but the dispensaries I know are at least, the one is at least 40 minutes away in Lynchburg.
Wow.
But yeah, if it was, they close in 5 minutes, it's more than likely they're going to be on the way in 5 minutes.
Well, that little gem of information, you can drop it to somebody you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, calling BS. This is another one of my friends. We're talking about Austin to Margot.
Hi.
They're another awareness page.
Well, welcome in. They have there. Yeah, that showed up a week ago yesterday. Her dad has two kids. Yeah, that's her stepdad. Her bio dad is in this phone. Buggy. Oh, Mr. Chicken choker. So I just have to, just have you be on alert when you go to Bojangles. Be careful, okay?
Yep, I will. I will. I know.
Feed the black bears, and he's got this thing about bears. So yeah, I've been putting bears all over videos just to trip with them.
Yeah. I'll have to grab a bear costume and just walk down the road or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be so funny. I'll flip out.
Or Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. No, I think he'd be more afraid of a bear than Bigfoot. He's got this thing about bears. That's funny. Her brother came and has a vehicle. Yeah, it showed up. That's the vehicle that showed up last Friday because she said it. I heard it rolling in. And he just showed up in Austin. Just showed up in it. So here's access. Austin doesn't have a license. She doesn't. have a way to drive. She's got that DUI offense. So, and Cayman probably, he's got a moped, so that's telling me he's not supposed to drive either. Interesting. How's the world turn? Okay. Well, Skins, anything new? You get any magic over there?
No, until I get
What's
that
wrong?
email address, I can't really do
I said
anything.
I said
I was trying to mess around with the wish list, but
Oh, I sent you the screenshot to
I got
Instagram. Oop, you went to Instagram. If he can't get it through that, Toots, can you make sure you do it for me, please? The screenshot. Did you have it? We can get it to him.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Who, me? You ain't no owl.
I don't have my screenshots in order to put it up. Or, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to go in my screenshot.
It's a walker. Now, see, that's the thing, country girl. I've been doing some looking. Okay, so there's not a Native American tie. What I think is happening is she's identifying the Wakara Indians with the walkers of Utah.
They'll pass a national abortion law.
Okay, Skins, anything come up?
look at
Uh-oh, he keeps pausing. Is it me, you guys?
He's
What?
he's paused on my end. Oh,
Oh,
there
okay.
he is.
everything's good on my end.
Okay, cool.
But don't you just love technology?
Yeah. It's very temperamental. Goes by his middle name here. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, we'll start holding, there's going to be awareness lives. Vegas and I'll help out doing together over on YouTube, on Austin. So hopefully that can saturate things and put more coverage. It's awesome that there's a lot more people covering it. I agree. It's awesome, especially if I see the video shared. I think it's great because that's what we need all to get out there and people share everything. Okay. So, is that all? Melissa, thank you for coming. I know it's late for you. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You're so welcome. I was actually going to say I'm going to if you could drop me down, or if I'll figure out how to drop down. My granddaughter just came downstairs.
Okay, I'm going to try to do it. I don't know how I would do that. Let me check this out.
But it was nice to meet everybody, and if you have any questions or about Farmville or whatever, I'm here. Thank you.
How do I? Oh,
I
thank you.
let her down. I figured it out.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Okay, well, everybody, thank you for coming. I appreciate it a lot. I thank you for your patience because this is new and I'm nervous, but thank you for not making me so nervous. Click on the X and it will exit you out. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Right, Skins, I'll get the screenshot for you from her and I'll get it over. Is that
All
cool?
right, cool. That works for me.
You have a good night. Everybody take it easy. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Melissa will be back with more information when she gets it, okay?
Okay, have a good night. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, ciao.